I it's just been a difficult time, and I'm trying to get out to fly out today and trying to put the pieces together, and I hope I make my flight on time.
Oh shoot. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and start. Did you get the homework done? The part two?
I I I only just got started, so I've got the reading done, but
Okay.
I'm gonna be I
Okay.
I'm gonna struggle this lesson. I'm all I can do is apologize. I've worked like every day for the last 7 days, just about.
It's okay. I finally had a couple days off, and so I'm well rested. So hopefully you'll get on your way. At least this is a good lesson to struggle on because it's not that hard. At least I felt like that it was that way. That it wasn't that I got
Yeah,
it. So it's pretty
yeah,
simple.
good. Then you can help me out. Uh,
Hopefully.
I didn't think it was really that hard. I get the pie graphs and stuff. I'm just feeling somewhat scrambled.
Okay. Well, do you want to go right into the quiz or do you want to do the preparation first? I have to leave within an hour by at the very latest. So, and you said 45 minutes.
If you're feeling secure, we can go right into the quiz.
Okay.
And I'm gonna lean on you today.
Okay. Oh gosh. Here's the pressure.
Yeah. Sorry. I hope I'll have it together. I found a place to stay that's got internet connection,
Oh,
so I
good.
should have it together for Friday.
Okay. Well, let's start the quiz and then we can refer back to part two if we need a step-by-step guide. Um,
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. Sorry I don't have video. My husband has his nifty little computers with him, and I should have grabbed one before I left. But
I just opened up the wrong one, which means I'm gonna blow it. I'll have to contact him.
save for later. Can you save it for later? Or is that homework?
Well, it's the homework. It won't let me save it for later.
That happened to me a couple weeks ago, and he sent it back, and I was just like, please don't recognize my name. Yeah. Okay, number three. In pie chart, why are the slices different sizes?
Hold on just a second. It's not letting me switch out of here.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so let me open up a new. No, let me just open this up again. It's been like this. It's just been like this. It's like I was trying to start the Hangouts and it wasn't going. It wasn't going. I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. And then
Oh,
finally I figured out I didn't put a title in. And
shoot.
that's all it took was labeling it. Okay, so I'm in the group now. Group meeting. Okay, so I'm here. In a pie chart.
I think it's the second one. Each slice represents a category, and the area of each slice represents a portion of the total occupied by the category.
Yeah, I think so too.
How are bar charts and Pareto charts related? See,
I think it's the last one.
or just the smallest left, right. Yep. Okay, we can conclude that I can't remember how he said that P hat or something.
Yeah, P hat. I guess they say that looks like a hat on
Yeah.
top.
So is normally distributed. NP is larger or greater or equal to 10. And N equals, or N times 1. Okay, is P the true proportion or the sample proportion? Crap.
P is the true proportion.
Is that
I think the sample proportion is P hat, isn't it?
okay.
Is that what you think?
Let me double check my notes real quick.
Yeah, because I don't want to
Yeah,
go off.
p hat equals a point estimator for the true proportion.
Okay.
So here, it's sample. What is n? N is the sample size.
Yes.
I'm terribly disappointed in that test because I took such good notes and thought I got it and didn't do well.
I know, me too. And I'm sorry that yours was
Even
better
worse.
than mine
Well,
because,
well,
and
I'm
I feel like these quizzes are simpler than the test, and so I feel like sometimes then maybe we're not,
I'm missing, like I should be doing more homework to get to the ready for the test.
yeah, to be ready for it because I don't know. I I took I took a bunch of notes too. I mean, I took one page and recapsulized everything from each chapter, and then I watered that down. And
Yeah.
so I felt pretty secure in it. So I was really disappointed in the B minus two. And then it's really hard, like we talked about before. How do you know what you did wrong if it doesn't mark the
Yeah.
yes, the right answers? And I'm kind of just I feel like I've been working so hard in the rest of my life too that I just am like having to go, oh well,
What am I doing
I
wrong?
can't
Right.
I can't physically do anymore.
I had a couple days break, so I'm actually feeling better. I can put that test a little bit behind me, saying it doesn't reflect what I'm learning and who I am. But
Yes, yes. I
gosh.
mean that's exactly it. I mean sometimes you just have to go, I'm doing the best I can. If that's what it is, it is.
Okay, number 7. If p equals 1 divided by 4, what is the smallest n that satisfies the requirement? What?
Okay, so that means
Does that mean like if n times p is still greater than or equal to 10 and we know that n is a quarter or 0.25, are we figuring out for p?
no, I think what we're doing is we were given P is 1/4. If we do the, I think if we do the N times 1 minus P is greater than or equal to 10.
So if we go 1 minus 0.25, what does that make n to still be greater than 10?
Yeah,
Because I don't remember that from the homework, but okay.
hold on a second. Let me think this through.
So 1 minus 0.25 is 0.75. And what times 0.75 is still going to be equal to or greater than 10? Um, what is the smallest n? What is the smallest sample size that we have to come up with?
Probability and calculations for a sample proportion. And what do we have in here for information? All we have is P equals 1/4. Okay, so here, if we use the, okay, if we use the square root of p times 1 minus p over n. That's the standard deviation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Square out n. So n equals p times 1 minus p divided by p hat squared. Does that make sense?
It does. I feel like the question doesn't
Require that much work
yet. Yeah, I feel like we're working our way up.
Okay, well, let's see if we go on and we can come back to that.
Okay. Use the following question to answer 8 and 9. Suppose n is 24 and p is 0.4. What is the mean?
Okay, so that was the formula we were just looking at.
The square. Okay, so
Of 0.04 times 1 minus 0.04 divided by 24. Okay. I have to get it out. So if we have
are you getting 0.1?
hold on just a second.
Is it standard deviation?
Maybe I did that wrong. I got 0.008. Well, maybe I did my order wrong.
Okay, so 1 minus 0.4 is 0.6 times 0.4 equals 0.24 divided by 24 equals 0.01. And then the square root of that is 0.1. And it doesn't say how many decimals. I'm assuming I'm going to go with 0.1.
.001.
Just 0.1.
Okay, so walk me through this. Okay, so we have 0.04 times 1 minus 0.04.
So it's 0.04, it's 0.4 times 0.6.
Okay, all right, let's see. 1 minus 0.04 equals 0.96.
Or 0.6 equals 0.24.
We're getting wrong. I'm getting different math than you.
Okay, so 1 minus,
0.04.
no, just 0.4.
Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. That's where I'm doing wrong.
So maybe try it again.
Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, I'll try that again. 1 minus 0.4 equals 0.6 times 0.4 equals 0.24 divided by 24 equals 0.01.
And the square root.
Square root equals 0.004.
Where are you getting 0.004? Let's see, 0.24. 0.01, and then the square root of that. 0.1. Maybe you have to put parentheses around it or something. 0.24 divided by 24 equals, and then square root of that. Should be 0.1, I think. Oh, I know what 7 is. Duh. Or no. I was thinking 7 had to be 10. 10 to be equal or greater than 10. That's still not the right answer.
Okay, so hold on a second here. So 1 minus 0.4 equals 0.6 times divided by 24 equals 0.01 square root equals, I get 0.004. 0.00416 is what I'm getting.
Okay, well, we can put in.
Well, I mean, so let's talk it through one more time. So if it's the square root of p times 1 minus p divided by n. So
You work your brackets first, so 1 minus p, it's going to be 1 minus 0.4, which is 0.6.
times point.
0.4.
So let me see what I got. So 0.6 times 0.4 equals 0.24.
Okay, so divided by n's, it's going to be
24. Is that right?
24, which is 0.01.
All right. And then we square root that, which is,
0.1.
no, you have to hit enter after 0.1.
Oh, okay, 0.1.
Have a good day.
Okay.
At least on my calculator, I hit square root and that, so maybe, hold on, let me double check it. Maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. Okay, I did it wrong.
Is it
0.1, take 0.1 and I square root it.
okay?
And so what were you getting?
Just 0.1. I was getting 0.24
Okay,
divided by
so
4.
do this. Because we got, so we know 0.24 divided by 24 is equal to 0.01.
Right?
So then just clear that out and put 0.01 in and square it. Okay, I did it. I got it.
Is it 0.1?
0.1.
Okay.
Yes, you're right. Sorry, I
The,
like.
the only time I'm ever probably right, but
No, it's absolutely not because in the last quiz I talked you into changing two answers.
but you got a better score on a test, so who knows? Oh, shoot.
It's all relative.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was your thought on 7? If p equals 1/4, what's the smallest n?
Well, I was thinking, well, maybe it's the obvious answer. It's got to be at least 10 is equal or greater to 10. So, but I thought no, but we know that p is 0.25. So I'm thinking it's 1 minus 0.25,
Which
which
is
is 0.75, and then you figure out you solve for n so that it equal to or greater than 10. But that's kind of spitballing it.
Just a second. Honey, I'm on a video meeting. What's up? Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. You know, there's nothing you can do. You're gonna have to just go. I'm, oh, honey, I'm really, really sorry. I couldn't do that. I don't know. I'm sorry, honey. We can't help those things. I know, honey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just drive carefully. We gotta just keep going. All right. Well, my daughter just ran over a squirrel and she's so upset.
Oh,
She didn't totally kill it and she was just like, what do I do?
I did that in my mail truck not that long ago, and it was just awful. It was right on an the end of a road, and I had to flip around, and I'd hit it one way, and I flipped around. I was just, it was staring at me, laying there, dying, and I couldn't do anything. I just had to
Oh,
keep going, and I felt bad.
yeah, she's crying. She just, first time she's ever run over anything. I went, I went like 40 years of driving. I don't know, not quite 40 years of driving, but I went a really long time never to hit an animal. And I kind of figured it was all because I was a careful driver, and I'm doing good and the Lord is on my side and all that good stuff. I ran over a squirrel, or not a squirrel, a skunk. I had a skunk that came out in front of me and I couldn't stop in time. I was just devastated,
Bad.
devastated that I ran over a skunk. And I've since run over a squirrel or two. I'm still devastated every time, but not as bad as that first time. That first time was horrible. I wonder, uh, what's the word I'm trying to think of? I wonder how much we're responsible for that consequence of taking that life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the scheme of things. So, all right. So what we would do then is we would divide out n greater than or equal to 10 divided by 0.75. So, gosh, when she called me, she was crying and it just made my stomach drop. I was like, oh no.
Parky.
Um, so
What'd you come up with on that one? I mean, that was
13.333 is greater than or equal to, so n is greater than or equal to 14.
that's what I put was 14 because you always go up to the.
Right, you round up. So, all right, we're going to say 14.
Okay.
I'd hope that's okay. What is the standard deviation of P? Okay, so, uh-oh.
I wonder if we already figured out the standard deviation.
Yeah, I think that's point one.
Yeah, I think the one below it is because that's the formula for standard deviation,
So
right?
then, yeah, what's the mean?
Okay, let me look back at my homework.
Oh, no. It's one of those where we read it the wrong way.
Let's see.
So
The
that,
sample size? No, that's wrong.
oh, the mean, it means the p hat is the same as
The mean.
mean.
Okay, so we just need to do x divided by n. Hello. And what was x? Is it just 0.4 divided by 24?
Hold on just a second. Where did that was like in the video, I think. But no, yeah, p hat is
X divided by N.
by n.
Okay, so
Let me look at this again.
look at my part 2 homework.
You know, it's simple. It's 0.4. It's given to us.
Yeah, it's right there.
P hat
We're
is,
making it harder on ourselves than it needs
yeah.
to be. That was probably my test. Okay, so 0.4 for 8 and 0.1 for 9, or 0.1 for 9. Number 10, use the following information for 10 through 13, batting average 0.3.
Okay, hold on. I gotta change my
The p hat, so p hat is x divided by n, and x in this case is 0.3, and n is
P is 0.3. N equals 100. And the parameter uh, probability is 0.3.
okay. So what is the p hat?
The probability that she will get more than 35 hits in her next 100 at bats. So that is where we're looking for the z-score.
Ultimately, but we have to find the standard deviation to do the z-score. So it's just in the process of it. Okay, so what is the p hat?
So we got 0.3
0.30 rounded to decimals.
minus
What is the standard deviation? It's that formula we just did.
right over 100 square rooted. Okay, so we've got 1 minus 0.3 equals minus 0.3 equals
Times 0.3.
divided by 100 equals, you get 0.0021.
Oh, I got 0.0458. You did it again.
Hold on, I didn't do the square root, so I didn't complete it out.
Oh,
0.0458.
yes, that's what I got. So
Okay.
0.0.
So that's the standard deviation. So what is the standard? So that's the answer to number 11, 0.0458.
3 decimals, so
0456, 0.04.
0.046. Okay. So what is the z-score?
So, well, it says what is the p hat? So,
On 11?
yeah, on 10. 10, and what is the p hat? The p hat's going to be 0.3.
It's going to be, the p hat is equals x divided by n. So number of individuals in the sample it is focused on
All
divided
right,
by the size.
hold on just a second. Isn't the p hat the mean? And didn't we just say p hat is equal to p in question number 8?
Yeah. But the p and the p hat are different, I think, aren't they?
I thought that p and p hat were equal. So, hold on a minute. Yes, the the p caret is x over n, but we don't have x. I went through pie charts. Pareto charts. I think it's in the video.
I wrote down from our the reading is that the p hat equals x over n, and so the number in the samples. See, 35 divided by 100? No.
Okay, so let's see if we're able to. Okay, if n times p is greater than or equal to 10, so that we have to see if this is normally distributed, because if it's normally distributed, then p hat is equal to p. So,
Oh, wait. You just hit on something that answers number 4. If it's normally distributed, it has to be at least 30.
except for this is different. If it's normally distributed, NP has to be greater than or equal to, if P hat is normally distributed, if N times P is greater than or equal to 10 and N times 1 minus P is greater than or equal to 10. So if P hat is normally distributed, then P hat is equal to P.
Which is the mean.
Right. Does that make sense?
Yep, so we were right all along. Okay.
When you went back to 4 was about bar charts and Pareto. It was 5 that talked about the normally distributed.
Normally distributed, it had to be greater. Okay.
So I think then what we need to do is, where are we at? We're on 10. So we have to find out if, so we've got the n times p greater than or equal to 2 n times 1 minus p.
So how do we figure out what the mean was? The mean was, the average was 0.30. So are we right? Sticking with 0.30?
Hold on just a second. So we've got 100 times 0.3. I'm going to have to let my dog out to go to the bathroom. I just think that adults just want me to go back to school.
Okay.
I swear I have 1,000 things that are pulling at me from every direction. And I'm like, why? I literally have reconsidered going to school.
I know. That deadline for coming up on November 10th to drop a class and take a W is like, oh, it's so tempting.
I know, and I'm
already 8 weeks in, so
I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna get through this semester no matter what. But I'm really rethinking next semester. Minus that. Which one was the 100? 1 minus.
Oh, maybe 0.35, because I put p hat equals x minus n from the notes of the book. The sample size is 100, and we're focusing on 35 hits. in her next 100 bats. So is it 35 divided by 100, so it ends up being 0.35 on 10 instead of 0.30?
No, I think, okay, so follow me. We're trying to figure out if it's normally distributed. So that means we need to do the n times p is greater than or equal to 10, and we have to run n times 1 minus p is greater than or equal to 10. So when we do that, the first calculation is 30 is greater than equal to 10, which means that's good. And the second one is 70 is greater than or equal to 10, and that's good. So that means it's normally distributed, which means p hat is equal to p. And we're given p as 0.3.
0.30. So we're still at 3.30. Okay.
Yeah, 0.3. So, oh, I see, 2 decimals. So think that through for a second. I gotta go let my dog out because he's whining at me. He means he's really gotta go. I'll
Okay.
be I'll be right back.
Okay.
Take care of yet another child. Come on.
Probability. We will get at least 35 at 13.
Okay. Okay, I'm back.
You're good.
So now we have to figure out the z-score.
So that's the probability app, and I came up with 1.685.
Okay, I'm gonna go with it.
Putting in 0.046, I get 1.685, and that's by just highlighting the top, to the right leg.
Yeah, because it's asking she will get more than 35 hits.
Okay, so it's 1.685 round to 3 decimals, so that's double check.
Okay.
Okay. What is the probability Brittany gets at least 35 hits in her next 100 bats? Round to 3 decimals. So we've got to find the probability.
It should be at the top. It's right there.
In the question itself.
No, you just put in 1.685 as the
Oh,
z-score,
yes.
and that should give us the probability at the top.
Well, don't I put the 0.046 in the area and I get the z-score, 1.685, down at the bottom?
Hold on a second. Okay, the z-score is, okay, hold on a second. Z-score is value minus mean divided by standard deviation. So
The value is, um,
the value is the 0.3
minus 12. Uh-oh.
divided by the standard deviation, which we figured out was 0.046 equals, well, that doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. Okay, so is it, score,
Okay, let me, all right. So now I'm questioning my notes. So I'm like, okay, so where did I find that p hat was equal to p?
Okay, in the homework, number 9B, to find the mean, see the p hat was 60 divided by 750 or 0.08. Okay, no, that's the standard deviation. What is the probability? When did we even have a question that was worded that way?
Oh, so maybe. So in 10, then, you were saying earlier about maybe it being 0.35.
Yeah, because I was thinking, because I had written down that the p hat is equal to x over n, so the x being the number, basically the number of hits we're looking at.
Which is 35 over 100. So let's do that.
Do you think it's 0.35? That
Yeah, because I got caught up. I have in my notes that p hat equals p if it's normal distribution, but I maybe am confusing two different things.
well, because the formula, maybe it'll make more sense if I work it out. Because
Yeah, and then if we do that to do a z-score, so that would make it 0.35 minus 0.30.
divided by our standard deviation, which was 0.046.
Yeah, but maybe we'd have to check our standard deviation because we did that with point 0.3, not 0.35. So we have to calculate our standard deviation again differently. Is that, wait a minute, wait. Before we do that, let me think through this. The standard deviation is, hold, let me look at that. Is that, it's P instead of P hat. So, no, you're right. Our standard deviation stays the same, 0.0458.
Okay, so our z-score formula is p hat minus p divided by our standard deviation. So 0.35 minus 0.046 equals,
Isn't it 0.35 minus 0.30? 0.35 minus
oh yeah, sorry,
0 equals divided by 0.0458 equals 1.091 or 1.092 if we round up.
one 1.08695, so 1.067.
I got a different.
Okay, let me do it again. So
Well,
0.35.
let me look at the z-score again because The z-score is the value minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. So 0.35 minus 0.30, 0.35 minus 0.30 equals divided by 0.0458 equals, I have 1.092.
Okay.
You're not getting that?
No, I am getting that 1.0869, so 1.09.
So tell me how you're doing the calculations, because I'm not trusting myself.
So 0.35 minus 0.30, because it's a value minus the mean, divided
Equal.
equals divided by our standard deviation, which is 0.046, equals 1.08, whatever,
Because
1.09.
you went 0.06, I went 0.0458. That's why.
Oh, because I had already rounded up. And I'm probably not supposed to do that till the last step anyway.
Yeah. Point
So
oh.
what did you come up with?
So I did 0.35 minus 0.30 divided by 0.04. So if we did it 0.046, let me do that. I rounded just to 3 decimals. Okay. 0.35 minus 0.30 equals divided by 0.046 equals 1.09.
1.09.
Because I got 1.0869.
Yeah, 1.0869565. And that is our z-score.
Yeah, shade only to the right, so that puts the probability at 0.138. Okay, so hold on a second. Z-score, I got this 1.92.
0.1385.
I have I have 0.1379, so 0.138 because we
Okay.
round.
And that ends up being the probability.
Yeah, what is the probability? So we have 1.092 in the z-score. That right?
And the z-score to the right, I put in 1.07.
Oh,
I get 0.1385.
okay. One second. Yes, but we're only going to 3 decimals, so point 139.
0.139.
Yeah, if we round up with the point 0.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. 14.
If the true proportion of people who support a political candidate, P equals 0.52.
The standard, so we're looking for the standard deviation. So the P is 1 minus 0.52 times 0.52 equals 0.2496, and then divided by n, which is 2,000, equals, and then the square root, 0.01117, so 0.011. Did you come up with that?
I'm working it. .011.
Yeah.
0.011.
Yep, that's what I came up with. 0.01117, so 0.011. So what is a z-score? So the z-score, again, is the value minus the mean, and the value divided by the standard deviation.
Okay.
So
Getting 50% or less of the votes. So 50% is 0.5.
is it 0.52 minus 0.5?
No, it'd be 0.5 minus 0.52, isn't it?
Yeah, less than, okay. So 0.5 minus 0.52 equals divided by 0.011 negative 1.82, or let's see, 3 decimals. Negative 1.818.
5 minus 0.52 equals minus 1.818.
Correct, that's what I got. What probability do you compute using the normal probability applet?
What probability do you compute?
Oh, I wrote this down. If NP is greater than or equal to 10 and N times the parentheses 1 minus P is greater or equal to 10, can use normal probability applet. Okay, so
So this is asking if, what's this big Z versus little z?
I don't know. What probability do you compute using normal probability applet? That's different. Big Z greater than or equal to Z. Well, we know that the P has got to be greater than or equal to Z, so I don't know what the capital Z means, but I know that the P is pretty close to the formula that we have in the lesson. It would be the first one. But that's me winging it because I'm not sure what they're asking. What is the probability? Is losing. So do we just put kind of skipping 16. 17, do we just put it in the applet?
Hold on just a second.
Oh, it's asking for what to highlight.
Right, and I think it's the second one is
Yeah,
what my guess is.
because it's saying getting less than 50 votes. That's what it's asking. So it's asking basically, do we know which side we're going
We're,
to highlight when we use the applet?
that's kind of how I read that to be, so I'm going to guess the second one.
So what is the probability? So if we put a negative 1.818 into our applet, 8,
0.0345.
and do you highlight, oh, wait a second.
I'm highlighting only to the,
You're putting in negative 1.818, right?
right. Less than 50% of the votes. So I wonder if we have to do two.
So what are the chances? So the z-score that we put in the applet, negative 1.808, is an area, gives us an area of 0.139, which we already knew from 13, or I guess it's different. What is the probability of 0.139 of being less than or equal to 0.52? Is that what it's asking?
No, no, it's the survey results will show the candidate is losing, even though the true P is 0.52. Isn't the probability would be 0.35? Because don't we just plugged in the minus 0.818 into the applet and we go to the left of that?
Yeah.
And that gives us the probability at the top of 0.345. We round up to 0.035.
I, yeah, I think so. That makes sense.
All right, ready to push the button?
So 0.035.
That's what I put. That's
Okay.
what
All right, submit. A B? What?
B plus.
What'd you get on 7?
I missed 7. I put in 14 and I got it wrong.
And 15.
15, we got the z-score wrong.
How did we get that wrong? I'll have to look at it later. I gotta get going.
Yeah, me too, because I haven't packed yet and I've got to take a shower. I'm
Okay. Well,
to be on the road in 15 minutes.
okay, well, good luck. Give me a call or text me when you're ready for if it's Friday or Saturday or whatever. Just let
Okay,
me know. Okay?
I will do.
Okay, good luck. Go make your plane.
You too. Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Day, I mean, day.
Bye.